So here we are with an opportunity to enhance our own experience. And in so doing, find that it causes us to feel a little differently. Perhaps we have more confidence. Perhaps we have a sense of feeling that all is well, even if it doesn't seem that way from time to time. But in this, one thing that most of us have to face, as a matter of fact, I say all of us has to face, is doubt. Today's lecture topic came from a quote by Carl Jung. And I'll read the quote to you so that you better gain his energy that he was projecting here. He who cannot bear doubt does not bear himself. Such a one is doubtful. He does not grow, and hence he does not live. Doubt is a sign of the strongest and a sign of the weakest. The strong have doubt, but doubt has the weak. Growing up in my life, I had plenty of opportunities to experience this, just as I know all of you have. But when we allow doubt to get the best of us, then we find that what it does is it brings out our weakness. When we rise to the occasion and go ahead and face doubt, then in essence what we're doing is we're allowing ourselves to actually feel okay being vulnerable. See, doubt does come from that resistance to allowing yourself to get vulnerable. But you know what? If you don't get vulnerable, how are you ever going to learn? And think about it now. All of us are students. We all learn from experiences, and in that we're also gaining from our experiences to where we're all teachers. We teach, and as students we learn. And what is it we're learning? Life. Some of us may see it in specific ways, where we say, I'm going to go on and I'm going to get an education, I'm going to get my degrees, and that's what I'm going to then have to work with in my life. All the while gaining experiences from the classroom, from the students, from the teachers, and at the same time establishing a foundation that supports us, because this reveals all the giants upon whose shoulders we stand. If it were not for those who are our mentors, we could not then have what we have as a premise upon which to then interact with life. Now, doubt, if you take it into account, is going to be with us at every turn. Some people get to a place where they feel in themselves, hey, I've already learned it. I've got it. I don't need it anymore. Kind of like maybe you felt when you graduated from high school. Or from college. Or now that you just got out of jail. You come to a place of feeling, okay, why do I need to learn anymore? And the fact of the matter is, we are all ignorant. And part of our coming to a place of self-acceptance is recognizing that we do not know it all. Never ever are we going to know it all. There's always something else to learn. And with that in mind, we begin to see that everybody else around us knows something that we don't know. I know, that's shocking, isn't it? It really is. Even the person that you see in a social situation or condition that you feel you are above them, they still have things that they know that you do not know. And also, when you have that closed attitude about the way you go living your life because you're afraid to stretch yourself, then it's funny. There's something somewhere incredible waiting to be discovered. And if you have a closed attitude, you're going to pass it by. And the reason you're going to pass it by is because you have no receptibility. If you act as if you know it all, have it all, then you are closed down. Some have said that ignorance really is a vacuum waiting to be filled, when equally it could be seen as a wall that's actively maintained. So if you feel like you've got it all together, then you might want to look and see how tall your wall has grown and how thick it has grown. You might want to look and see if you made a little niche in there so you could get out, or if perhaps you kept a ladder inside so you could climb over, because that's just self-imposed. I marvel when I encounter others and I have an openness, a vulnerability of what I can and do experience just being in their presence. But if I go in guarded up, armored up, then they could tell me something that was absolutely incredible. And the chances are I wouldn't be open and receptive to it, because I would be allowing my own defensive posture to shut me down. And why would I have that? Because I would be allowing doubt to master me instead of me mastering myself. You see, it's not a matter of mastering doubt, it's about mastering self. But when I bring in this word mastery, don't let it be something that you assume you're going to then develop as a master and have a master complex that you are looking down on the rest of the world. Because you see, that's self-defeating. It really is. All you have to do is come back to that attending realization you don't know it all. Sometimes what can help, and it helps me immensely, is when I start taking myself too seriously, there's another part or someone else who comes in and reminds me, this is all a joke. It really is. It's a cosmic joke that we're involved in. Where humans make a mistake is when they do take this experience so seriously that they forget that the gods made it for fun. And if ever you can get to that place of just relaxing in your own vulnerability, then you begin to open up and experience more of being present, of just living the day as it happens, instead of feeling that you have to make a mark on the day in order to have your day be successful. Brian and I had the opportunity to make a very powerful mark on yesterday that likewise made a powerful mark on us. We spent about 4 hours behind shovels. And it was, in one hand, good to see the old men able to do a young man's job. But on the other hand, it also caused me to look and see who taught me how to do that. Who gave me the background to where I have what I consider to be a fairly decent work ethic, to where I can go and do any kind of job that lies within my realm of capacity and feel okay living it, instead of feeling the only day that I'm really alive is on Sunday, when I get to take a shower and dress up in a suit. And this is just to help you to look again and see. If you're allowing doubt to master you, then you're missing some of the golden opportunities you came here to experience. It's okay to have doubt. But the most important part of that is to, in yourself, not take it so seriously when your shovel handle breaks and the other guy has to do all the work that you can't do. Okay. So while this may have been what you would consider a very moderate expression of the truth, sometimes it allows us to feel with a growing certainty it's okay for us to be us. And though we forgot once we were born what we came here to accomplish, that seed is in us, and it's waiting for us to wake up to it so we can get beyond our doubts and find the courage to step up and say, here am I. Choose me. I'm ready. Thank you.
Thank you.
For more information about the Metaphysical Church of Enlightenment or the Rodin Foundation, please go to our website at www.rodin.org. If you have been inspired by the revelations shared in these podcasts, please donate to the Rodin Foundation's ongoing efforts to help others help themselves at www.rodin.org/donate.